Keith, a lot better of a shooting performance tonight. Did you feel like you had something to prove going out there tonight?
No, tonight, I was just trying to just help my team on defensive end tonight, so I was just like today I was just trying to play defense the whole game, scoring came, but my whole approach was defense tonight.
Keith, it feels like you're playing with a lot of confidence, especially on offense. Do you feel that way out there?
Yeah, I put in a ton of work, so it's just starting to pay off now, I guess.
Do you pretty much have a green light, whether it's driving or pulling up on offense? It seems like you're getting to the rim is the big part of the game plan.
It's just the stuff that we practice each day and out. So, I'm just playing hard, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to get caught up in, scoring and stuff like that. I'm just trying to just help my team win. So regardless of if it's me driving or not, I'm just trying to play hard to win and defend,
Was there anything you saw in their coverages that let you know you're going to be able to get to the rim tonight, or just go with the flow?
I was just just reading it tonight. I can't say those guys were in their gaps a lot tonight. So, I was just trying to just stay patient,
What kind of spark did Tari give you tonight? Maybe, just having a young guy in there getting his first start.
He played great tonight. Damn, I can't even get my words out. He played tonight, I just told him just play hard, and that's what he did. He helped us tonight.
You guys started quick, had a real good first half. What was the kind of marching orders coming out, and what do you think led to that?
It was just Coach, he just told us to just play defense the whole game tonight, so that was our whole approach. Just defend. So that was the whole plan tonight.
After the game against Xavier, you said, I got to play better. You got to do more. Is this what you were discussing? Were you talking about how you needed to have games like this?
Yeah. That's what it was today. Just trying to play hard.
What's it like being in that role? It's a role you had one game last year, kind of that 30-point game you have. What do you like about being the guy at times?
Just trying to just help my team win. That's all that matters for me.
Keith, did you see this coming from Jeremiah coming into the season, that he was going to have this much of an impact right away his sophomore year?
Yeah, he plays hard every day, so I'm not surprised.
You said after Sunday that we just got to move on. It's game 2. We got to move on. Was it important to play well tonight as a team?
Yeah. We needed that. We had to because, it was a tough one, for us, but we just had to just play hard tonight and try to win. So that's what we did.
I hate to ask, but, you're 80% free throw shooter last year. I know you're struggling a little bit and frustrated by it. Do you know what the deal is right now?
I don't know what's going on, but I keep shooting. I just got to keep shooting, stay out my head, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on right now. This is, but I'll be good,
How do you think the offense as a whole is doing?
It's good. We just have to just stay patient, So make reads and stuff like that.
Anything else for Keith? All right, thanks, Keith. Oh.
Thanks, Keith.
Thanks, Keith.
Tari, how'd it feel getting that first start, and when did Coach Brannen let you know that you were getting the call tonight?
It felt great. Obviously me, coming in starting as a freshman, that means, a lot that the coach has, trusted me and, faith in me to, make the right plays and do the right things. We talked about it earlier this morning, and he just told me, play my game, move the ball, share the ball, and help my teammates win. And that's what I try to do tonight.
Are you familiar with the last power forward that got started as a freshman at Cincinnati?
No, I'm not, but I'm sure you guys can tell me who.
Gary Clark, who's now with the Orlando Magic.
Wow. Yeah. Gary Clark. I mean, he's a legend here. I mean, some of our older guys know him, so I mean, it's an honor for real, just to wear Cincinnati across my chest and be able to start for this amazing team and program.
When Brannen explained to you why you were going to start, was it more because of your defense or your offense?
I think it was just a whole just how I play and what I bring. I think that's what it really was. We didn't really get into specifics, just play my game for.
You don't seem to get rattled much out there, even as a freshman. Is that just the personality? You've always been that way?
I mean, I wouldn't say I've always been that way, but I feel like, I try to kind of really get really locked in, especially in high pressure moments, you know what I'm saying, playing games and stuff like that. I try to really, work on my breathing and stuff like that so I can just kind of stay at a level head and perform.
How was your comfort level? Game 3, crosstown shootouts out of the way. How did you feel out there for your first start?
I felt great. I feel like, I'm really starting to, do better and help the team and stuff like that. And I feel like, my goal is just to kind of keep improving every single game, just get a little bit better and a little bit better every single game. So, I feel good and, I'm ready to just keep working with these guys and keep doing what I got to do.
Coach talks a lot about roles for individual players. What do you feel like your role is on this team right now?
Just do what I got to do to help the team win. Defend, rebound, hit open shots, pass the ball, move the ball, also really defend, just do whatever I got to do to make the team win.
How much of your offensive game have we yet to see? And it's been a lot of around the rim stuff, but I know you've got some perimeter stuff to your game as well.
I mean, just when the coach feels comfortable for, what I'm saying, me to do more, then we're gonna do more. Right now, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing what I got to do to make the team help the team win. So that's all that matters to me.
You didn't play nearly as much in the first 2 games of the year. What do you think that you showed, I guess, in practice in the first 2 games that led you to get more time?
Just that I never let up. You know what I'm saying? I always try to play hard and in practice still try to play hard, and I didn't pout regardless of what happened. I just I talked to my mom, talked to my family, just what do you got to do better? It's never anybody else's fault. You got to do what you have to do to put yourself in the position to succeed. So I just tried to work hard, bring a better mentality to practice, and really lock in this past couple weeks to just do what I got to do, get on the floor.
Rapp's a guy that's been in college basketball for a long time. How much has he been able to help you and kind of be a mentor to you?
Man, Rapp's been huge. I mean, ever since he even got here and I met him, he's always been really a big brother and just a good guy for me to learn from and get tips from, and he's always been helpful for me. And even tonight, what I'm saying, he patted me on the back and talked to me. He said, just play your game. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do fine, and that really helped. I think that was really big for me. Just him kind of patting me on the back and talking to me before the game.
That the pin block you had against the backboard, you seem to have that lined up. Take us through what you were seeing and thinking on that play.
It was just a dude trying to lay it up and try to get a bucket on my team, and I tried to do whatever I could just for him not to get a bucket on my team. That's really all that goes through my mind. Just try to limit as many buckets as they have as possible.
The guy who wore that number 13 before you, Trayvon Scott, was pretty good around the rim too. You had the chance to ever talk to him at all, or sort of look over his play style back when he was with the team?
Yeah, I mean, I've looked at Trey's play style before, obviously because last year, when I committed here, I looked at Trey and what I'm saying, certain things that he did. I talked to him more on my visit. I mean, I don't know him that well, but I mean, I hope to, what I'm saying, talk to him soon and just, build a relationship. Any tips he can give me, anything he can just help me learn. I think that would be big for me.
Can you describe the value that Keith Williams brought today?
You said what?
Can you describe the value of and the importance of what Keith Williams did today?
Oh man, Keith. I mean, he always brings just a tremendous, not only scoring presence but defensive presence, to the team. Like when Keith is really, locked in, as you guys saw, he's one of the best players in the country. So hands down. So it's just, I feel like when he's locked in, and I'm saying we're all locked in, we're a really good team.
Anything else for Tari? All right, Tari, thank you very much.
Thanks, Tari.
Brannen has joined us.
Hang on one second. All right. You're really proud of our guys' defensive performance from the jump. The first half, I thought we were everywhere defensively. I thought from a physicality standpoint, from an active hand standpoint, that's an elite offensive basketball team. And not only that, but they're one of the top. I'm not going to call them mid-major because they got high major length, I mean, they're going to go down as one of the tougher teams on our schedule. They're really good. Beat Villanova 2 years ago at their place, and had Auburn beat last year. They're going to win a lot of games. And, so to guard them the way we did in the first half, I was really proud of our guys. Weren't able to sustain in the second half, I think in large part due to the fact that they just called so many fouls. I thought our guys were in position. I just thought it was a lot of fouls called. And that kept them in a little bit. They baked 2 threes in. But overall, I was really proud of our guys' performance defensively. It needed to happen. I know we gave up 73 points. That's still too many. But at the same time, to play against such an explosive offensive team and to provide the grit that our guys did on a consistent basis tonight, outside of some holes there and letting me go to the free throw line, I was really excited about.
Coach, can you talk about the decision to move Tari into the starting lineup and what you were looking for him to bring tonight?
Yeah. So, I mean, just to get to know our team, we got the kind of the 4 post guys, and JD will slide down there occasionally as well. And I just felt like, our staff felt like with, Chris and Tari together, and then maybe some do and rap, and we get mix and match and kind of do some different things. And I thought Tari was outstanding. I mean, his length and athleticism is just different than everybody else's on the floor. And, once he continues to learn how to take care of the basketball and make good decisions offensively, he's going to continue to play minutes and be a special player here, which I know that's going to happen. So I was really proud of the way he came out today and competed. He gave us a tremendous lift offensively or defensively, and I thought, Rap being a veteran that he is, and he still played a lot of minutes and really shared the ball well, and certainly solidifies and gives us a little bit more calmness about us offensively, particularly.
How much of the first half defense was a product of his length and athleticism and energy?
Well, I think it was everybody's, Justin. I really do. I think he was certainly a huge part of that in terms of denying the high post and making tough catches. But I think we were feeding off each other, and that's what good defensive teams do. They feed off each other's energy. I told our guys, I'd be disappointed if we didn't get it done the second half the same way, and we didn't. We didn't in our man anyway. So we've got to be better for longer stretches of time defensively.
You guys took a considerable amount of
you celebrated your team's ability to hold on to the ball last game. That didn't happen tonight. Was that just Furman playing good D?
No, we coughed it up a little bit. Both. I mean, Furman's, that's why they're so good, is they play really, Bob's done a great job, man. They play hard as can be. And we coughed it up too much tonight. I thought, Keith, in some of the instances, we were just in a situation where we could have just throw the ball back out and reset our offense. Part of it was my play calling. We don't know any of our quick hitters right now. That's obvious out of timeouts. We look like we have no idea what we're doing right now out of timeouts, which will change as time goes on. But so we got to play more in our flow. So, it's 16 turnovers is too many for us.
You guys took a considerably less amount of threes tonight. Was that a part of the game plan? Is shooting just simply not a great strength of this team?
Well, I think it can be. I think 2 of our better shooters aren't playing right now. One's hurt, and Gabe just hadn't gotten the minutes yet. But we just got to have guys take the next step in shooting in terms of getting in the gym and putting the work in. Mike has put the work in. He had a huge 3. So I also think our guys understood, as well as our coaching staff, that they were calling fouls every time the ball was driven. So to stand outside a 3-point line when it's being officiated the way it is probably isn't the smartest thing to do.
Keith Williams was waiting for that first big game this year. How hard is it? Can you describe how hard it is to go from kind of the performances he had early on to what he did tonight, having one of the best games of his career?
Well, I think what Keith did tonight is he defended. He defended his tail off for most of the game. And, I joke with Keith because this is what we do. But I'm like, I'll find something wrong, but I thought you were outstanding tonight. And besides the 6 for 12 from the free throw line, Keith was as locked in as I've seen him. And he needs to understand he needs to do that every game. So I was really proud of his performance all around tonight.
What's happening on the line with him? He can shoot free throws. Is that in his head?
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Okay.
He's a big time free throw shooter. So he was one of the tops in the league last year. He'll be fine.
He obviously carried the offense tonight. Was that the game plan coming in, or just kind of the way the game unfolded?
Well, I think in our base offense, the way we flow a little bit, as I told him, he gets a lot of touches. And when you get a lot of touches in different areas of the court, different spots, the guys running at you, you can take advantage of them. So, he's never been shy to shoot now. So, he was second on our team in field goal attempts last year. But it would be wrong for me not to make sure that he doesn't doesn't get the ball where he needs to get it, because he's a proven scorer. There's no question about it. We needed all 27 of them tonight. I was shocked to see that 27, nobody else in double digits. That's extremely rare for our team to score 78 points and have that happen.
Speaking of guys who aren't afraid to shoot it, we know that about JD from last year. He just seems to be hitting and shooting those threes with more confidence. Did you see that in preseason? Were you expecting that?
Well, I think what JD's doing now is there's a maturation process happening. And what I mean by that is, before when he came into the game, you'd get a great turnover, a great loose ball, and then you'd give it back with 2 more turnovers or a charge. And now you're seeing a guy who's giving you that loose ball and that great energy, and now he's not turning the ball over. So now you're getting double the dividends. And I think he's understanding that more and more, what keeps him on the floor. And I was really proud of the way he played today as well, because I took him out when we went to the zone 13 because we needed to make an adjustment, and he was playing the 4 spot, and Keith had it rolling, so I couldn't take him out. And he handled it great. He was like, "Yeah, coach, this is what we needed to do." And I think he took another step tonight, maturity-wise.
6 rebounds and 1 block for Vogt over 2 games. Is that enough productivity for you out of your 7'1" center?
Well, I think right now for Chris, it's just, staying out of foul trouble. If he stays out of foul trouble, I think there's productivity there. The bottom line, I think Chris gets some heat because he's 7 foot, 260 pounds, but it's not that easy to get the ball inside to a big guy like that when the other team knows you're trying to throw it to him. And the way they hit him on the glass, and he's got to do a better job. At the same time, he keeps a lot of balls alive. And Tari's in there getting rebounds because of his energy and his length. A lot of it also has to do with the fact that Chris is getting so much attention in terms of a blockout situation. So I think Chris is playing well. He's defending well. I'd rather talk about the 88% from the field that he's shooting right now, and probably get on the head coach a little bit for not getting him enough touches.
Are you happy with where the team's at heading into the Tennessee game? It's one of the toughest teams in the country.
Yeah, I watched the film. I'm not, that was a really good team today, and there was no blowing a team like that out. I mean, to get a 5-point win against them is big time. So I'm proud of the way we've played, proud of the way we finished, the Micah free throws, and how we finished the game. But we got, we put together a heck of a schedule. I mean, you got Furman, then you got Tennessee. So you go Xavier, Furman, Tennessee, and then you play a non-conference game. So, a conference game. And then you go to Georgia. So it's a really difficult schedule that we got to be prepared for.
You mentioned a little bit about how big your defense has been today. Can you talk a little bit more about your perimeter defense, holding them to 25% from 3 on 20 attempts?
It needed to happen. We went 2 straight games, letting teams shoot almost over 50%. Xavier shot 51% both halves. Obviously we're defensive rebounding at a high rate. My staff told me they didn't get a defensive rebound. We went another whole half without giving up an offensive rebound. So I think our perimeter defense has been really good. It's anchored by the likes of David and Micah and certainly Keith when he's locked in the way he was today. And then we're learning the rotation of our bigs to be able to help. I thought 13 was really big time. I thought, they may have hit some shots in it, but I thought it really changed the momentum of their run. Now, in large part due to what Dew brings in that defense.
I know it's early and you're still figuring things out. Those stretches where, you play really good in the first half, you have some bad stretches in the second half. Have you figured out why those are happening yet, or what's causing those, or is that still part of the process?
Well, I think, some subs, we sub in. I think we right now we've gotten a drop off when we've gone to our bench. We got to get more out of our bench. And it's part of why I've made some changes in the starting lineup. The other piece is I think that, we got guys who are reacting to something new, right? David DeJulius had his first turnover of his Cincinnati career in his 3rd game. He kind of got whacked out a little bit over it, right? So, there's just the mental piece that takes place that's so important. And then the other thing, and I said this, guys, on my post-game radio show, this is a different environment. It's sterile in here. This is not a home game, okay? It's a home game because we get to drive to our house after the game's over, okay? It's not a home game. So the fans, you don't realize when you're watching on TV, because I didn't realize it when I was watching the other sports, our young men, this is a different deal for them. And, Keith and Chris and I were talking about how they didn't have 13,000 people at the end of the Xavier game to kind of lift them up like we did at the end of every game last year, Houston, Memphis, Wichita, all those wins. So, it's a challenge for our guys. And I know the other teams going through the same thing, but the bottom line is I think that's undervalued and underestimated nationally. In particular because the NBA, they were in the playoffs when they did it, right? Football is different because they're playing like 5 or 6 games. My guys could potentially play 30 games in front of nobody. That's hard. Baseball, baseball plays. You grow up in baseball playing in front of nobody because you play like 9,000 games a year in summer baseball. These guys aren't used to it, and it's hard, and it's hard for the coaches. So I just think, some of those things that happen, Justin, is just a mentality piece that, the guys are learning how to deal with their new reality.
You had a couple lineups today with a couple new lineups with kind of surprising players in surprising spots. Do you go into a game thinking like, I want to see Keith Williams at the 4, I want to see Rapp at the 5, I want to see this person at this unique spot? Or do those more come down to the way the game flows?
Typically the way the game flows, maybe foul trouble, a lot of foul trouble tonight. But I will go in sometimes and look at it, knowing our opponent, saying, okay, Jeremiah may have to play more at the 4, but usually when you have to do that and you don't plan for it, it doesn't go over very well. And I probably do it more than I should. Assistants get mad sometimes that I do it, but sometimes I just like to see how the guys react as well.
Anything else for Coach?